So for this review, we're gonna be reviewing Godzilla -1. I know it's Godzilla, but I swear there's something next to it, next to the name. So this film had a lot of hype before when the trailer started dropping for it, there was a lot of build up for it because I think it was already out in America and there was a lot of build up saying that this is one of the best Godzilla films ever made. They did the release in America for a short period of time, but because of the viewership and the money they were making for it, they actually extended it. Now it's in the UK, and now they extended it being in the UK as well to be streamed. And I think there's a lot of articles going around saying the film only cost 15 million to make. People are saying as well that it's the biggest Japanese film ever in terms of being in the westernized world, in terms of numbers it's doing. So I'm seeing all this hype for it. I saw the trailer for it when I was in the cinema. I was like, this is interesting. I'm gonna definitely give this a watch. Myself and Aladdin went to go cinema in Cineworld Super Screen, which was actually pretty sick. That screen was fucking wavy. Yeah, like I saw it said Super Screen, and my dumbass was like, alright, cool. But then the other thing was like, this is a big screen. Yeah.
CD One has like the best variety in terms of screens.
Yeah.
They've got like the whole.
Yeah, they've got everything.
Yeah.
One of the best cinemas ever.
Cinema for real.
Super Screen was
world
the
of cinema. I said cinema world for real. It's a world of cinema.
Super Screen is like the next best thing because they didn't show this movie in IMAX, which is fucking
Yeah, that was annoying because I saw one of the trailers was saying made for IMAX. I'm like, okay, this what?
Yeah, made for IMAX.
Yeah, experience it in IMAX.
CGI wasn't made for IMAX.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
You can see the fuckery saying if you watch it.
We're gonna get into it. So yeah, we will watch this film, and we will have our opinions on the film itself. Have you guys seen the other Godzilla films?
Of course.
Yes.
All of them. The only ones I've seen is the one before this one, the American one. I think it's just called Godzilla. I think it's Godzilla 2020.
King of Monsters, no? Sign of Monsters.
No, it's like.
I did a binge of all the movies. I did like Kong Island and Skull Island. That was fun.
Go watch all of them.
But there's one before
Skull
that.
Island was King of the Monsters.
Well, we're just going through the roster.
Yeah, King of the Monsters, right there.
Yeah, but there's one before that.
Well, before that, I think it's called Godzilla.
Yeah, I think it's just called Godzilla. Oh shit, there's a fucking lot of Godzillas.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, this one, Godzilla 2014.
Yeah.
And then there was another one. I don't know if you guys seen this one. I'm going to show my age a little bit. I've heard about Shin Godzilla. Have you lot seen Shin Godzilla? I heard good things about that. People are saying that one's either number 1 or number 2 in terms of best
so is it the
Godzilla.
Same universe? Is it the same studio?
Yeah, so it's technically, I think Godzilla -1 is the prequel to Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
But there's another Godzilla, I think it's the American one, where it's in New York, which I watched when I was younger. That was my film, but I can't find it on here. But nonetheless, I've seen a few Godzilla films, and I've watched this one. My first thoughts watching it was, this was a sick story. And then my next thought was, do I want a Godzilla film to have a sick story, or do I just want to see chaos? And that's when I went home and I sat down and I was thinking to myself, fuck. I was like, fuck, because that was a sick story, but I kind of wanted just to see Godzilla just be Godzilla and just do a madness.
But
yeah,
he did do what Godzilla does.
He did, and that's why I was saying
he wasn't on the scale of Hollywood blockbusters.
Yeah.
The budget on the scale of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Of course, come on.
But can we talk about how this Godzilla is a prick? She's an actual dickhead.
He's not though.
No, but normally Godzilla is like yeah, don't get me wrong, he'll walk 5 steps and kill a whole 6 generations of people, but this Godzilla just wants to fuck everybody. Like he has no like in the Hollywood ones, it's like a predator and it's justified what he does. He does things because he wants to be the alpha.
This one was just on chaos.
Yeah, but this is also, we're talking 1945. This is obviously. He's probably hearing planes and that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he's got a fucking
in his head is, what the hell is all this?
But no, but even in the first,
because the Industrial Revolution, like if we're talking like actual real world type of thing, was a very short span of time where we did a lot.
Yeah.
So imagine he's hearing all these new changes. Like that's what I'm thinking disturbed him, innit?
But like
there's movement in the water now.
Like in OBC, he wasn't even eating people, just grabbing them and dashing.
Innit? He just flipped them.
That was sick. Seeing a small Godzilla and seeing the build up of this thing just like massive, gonna be a massive thing and being
the first scene of him when he pulled up was
crazy. I was shook. I was
shook
watching it still.
Probably good concept. my opinion on the movie, I think story was amazing. There was a really I was talking to Junior after the movie. I said there's like a really weird philosophical thing about survival and what it means to survive.
The story
and
of
you have to serve your purpose.
Yeah.
And once you serve your purpose, then you can die. And it was great up until the part we survived, which is spoilers. I don't know.
It's great up until the part.
Let's do spoilers, man.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Spoilers?
Yes, do spoilers.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
man.
the idea of you have to survive because when you're alive, you're because it's the whole thing of him he should have died.
That was a great story arc.
Yeah.
Talking about
I think
kamikaze pilot that literally was going to literally blow himself up, but decided he wants to pull out and act like his plane is damaged
The first,
and went to go try and get fixed.
First half an hour, this guy's a dickhead.
Yeah, but would you do it?
Would I do I'll do the same thing. I'll be the exact same person.
Yeah,
exactly. But
like,
that's what my thing. He values his life.
Yeah.
And the way that the story played out throughout the whole movie, there was a reason for his being alive.
Yeah.
No one else could have done that job. Yeah, he had a purpose.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about him surviving, he had another purpose.
Yeah.
What's that?
The family. That's a purpose that was given to him.
Yeah.
So what it symbolized was he let go of the past life that he was struggling to come to terms with and that was giving him PTSD, and he did the job that he was meant to do without killing himself so that he could transition to this new guy with this new life and now live as a new man.
He was given a wife and a kid.
Do you know what I mean?
He was given a whole family.
Literally.
And I feel like it seemed like he felt like he didn't deserve it until he got into his own bag and realized, because at the end he was like, I'm ready for this now.
Yeah, as time went on, at first I was like, this guy's a bit of a prick, but as time went on I started liking him more, and then by the time we got to that towards no end, just before when he was trying to get in contact with the engineer. That's when I started to really like.
That's when I was like, okay, this is gonna have a full circle story.
Yeah. The way I see it, it's like the way you were debating, is that what you want to see from a Godzilla movie, a story or a thing?
Yeah.
I think we're so accustomed to Hollywood blockbusters.
I was gonna say,
that it's sort of made us just expect it. It's Godzilla is gonna like destroy everything, and then that's it. But I think when you take it down to it, the fact that this was on a smaller budget than we're used to, it made sense that this was on a much smaller scale than we're used to. Because now think about it. There's a point where you're thinking, in that situation, like when you see it on the big screen in the Hollywood blockbusters, millions of people dying, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But in this one, you see the fear in everyone's eyes.
Oh yeah.
Bro, every time he hit that ray and it was like a nuke, and then you saw.
Bro, the way that ray was used was beautiful.
Also, sick, bro.
The
shockwaves.
Shockwaves, beautiful. It's like I feel like they didn't have money for the VFX, but the sound, they said, let's just put a little bit to that. Let's put it down for sound.
I don't think many movies have had that level, like that good of a nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
This is a movie where Oppenheimer came out. A year where Oppenheimer came out.
Yeah.
And you had the best
explosion.
Yeah, that's
nuts, bro.
Because that's my thing. Look, when obviously we're gonna see it again when the next Godzilla comes out.
Yeah.
He's gonna blast through something, and it'll just be a ray.
Yeah. It'll just be a colourful ray. Looks pretty.
This was sick.
This one touched you, bro.
Yeah, it was like
the delayed shockwave.
And the
Delayed.
everyone's reactions
quiet.
to it, bro. His wife getting taken.
Really just like
She pushed him. Oh my days, it was sick, fam. And the suspense for me, one of my favorite scenes was the boat when the Godzilla is in the ocean. It felt like Godzilla like mixed with Jaws, like he's moving like a shark.
Yeah.
But he's like trying to chase it. I'm like thinking, fucking no, bro, press gas, bro, like like floor it, bro, floor it. And they're dropping the bomb, the man bomb, trying to blow it up. I felt like that bit, the suspense there was mad. But I did feel kind of iffy when. Of course, when they blew up his mouth, he regenerated, and then he saw the other boat, and then somehow he got there very quickly and just destroyed the hell out of it.
Do you think the weight of the character versus the speed of his character, like, do you think that
it's disproportionate?
It's
like
I've been saying about this about power levels, bro. Power levels will be different sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man.
One thing I don't like about Godzilla, I don't know about you, but I don't like looking at his eyes. His eyes always look weird, like they're.
His body in his films looked funny.
Bare clap.
Yeah.
So
ugly.
Like
like T-Rex and
like in this movie, especially obviously, like you do take it down to the budget that they had.
Yeah, of course.
He looked like it was just a mechatronic suit type.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it works for the style. I feel like in a lot
yeah.
of these Godzilla films, that's kind of always been the style where it's like he looks kind of like.
No, but in this one, it's like, you know them toys you have with the robot can only slide his legs
you
one
can
after.
move in one direction.
That's what it felt like.
That being said,
The design was sick though.
50 billion.
Yeah.
50 minutes,
Cause when I saw this, we're gonna put it on the screen for people to watch. But when I saw this, I'm like, I'm not too sure about the build of this guy. Still looks like an action figure.
When he was popping up though, when he was charging up.
That
Yo,
First time he did it.
sick,
Cold.
bro.
The first time the suspense was
Cold.
wild.
Yeah.
Cold.
It was slow.
He's a
Yeah,
dick still.
yeah.
He's actually a dick. He's actually a dick. He's actually a dick.
Yeah, he's
He's
just on violence.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
come a long
That's
way
so
from
bad.
that being said with the whole budget CGI, we've come a long way from Godzilla doing drop kicks. You know,
He did a drop
Oh
kick.
yeah.
You know about
Godzilla
that?
did a drop
Have you
kick.
never seen it?
No.
You need to put it on the
Oh,
screen
no,
for the
it's-
viewers. I'm telling you, you need to put it on the
This
screen.
is how Godzilla used to be back in the day.
Oh my days.
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Who is he fighting? Power Rangers.
I don't know.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
bro,
Smooth in
Megazord.
time. Fucking no.
No, because you know in them old movies as well, he used to jump, use his
To jump?
heat ray,
Fucking
and make him fly.
Serious?
So he used to shoot it this
Was
way
that
and fly that way.
Fucking
Was that
Tactical
Hey,
king.
time
You know, as a director, he just bored. He's like, you know, fuck it.
YOLO.
Let's make him fly.
But yeah,
So that's the.
I don't know. It's just like, especially like with the tail charging thing. I don't know how you felt, but you know, in the last scene where you knew he's gonna do a kamikaze movement, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time Godzilla was
Podcast. Crazy, yeah. So, do you think it kind of bothered me about the ending? It would be.
you don't like survivors, we get it.
That's the first thing. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You should have died.
You should have
Fuck
died.
off.
God damn.
Second thing is
Man, wish left on him.
maybe it's a CGI, maybe it's a budget thing in it, but when like it's so like it's like a small thing in it. But if
Yeah.
you're charging, and then the thing blows up, I kind of want to see a big explosion where it was a combination of the plane and the what do you call it, the hyper ray, whatever it's called.
Heat ray.
I want to see
Heat ray.
a mad thing. If
I-
you're gonna die,
I
go
get
out
it.
big. You went very small.
I get it, but I think the whole it might be a budget thing, but in terms of let's create a story for them. It's the fact that the heat ray only comes out. It's just charging until he releases it.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you've now killed him before he's released it, it's just
Of course.
charged.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's nothing more. Like the fact that it
It's gonna
started
be a
breaking
spectacle,
through him, but the way it started breaking through
Yeah,
him
yeah, yeah.
internally,
Mm.
that makes sense. Because the explosion went inside him.
I don't come in for logic.
No, I know.
You don't come in
But
for
you know one thing I loved about that scene?
What's that?
The way he went silent.
Yeah, everything goes quiet.
I
Everyone's
was
looking at it.
loving it, bro. I was like, okay, this
Sam
is
was
how
a
you do
great
it.
part in this film.
Sam was
Sam
a
did
very
amazing
big
in
part.
it.
Yeah, but speaking of sound, I want to ask you about it because you really know what
Yeah.
I'm going to say. Godzilla has a very particular scream that I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of.
Yeah.
We didn't get to hear that scream in this movie. Are you familiar with the scream? I'm
He
talking
was
about?
more of a raw this movie.
Yeah, it was more
Yeah.
of an animal.
Yeah.
His scream is very. I really like listening to it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's funny how what we did. I think we did a trailer reaction. Did we do a
Yeah,
trailer
yeah.
reaction?
Yeah.
I didn't post it yet. Sorry, it might be up now.
But she wasn't for this video,
No, I will. Allow it, man. It's been a busy. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. But we watched the trailer of it, and you complained about the screen,
screen.
saying it
Yeah.
wasn't it.
Yeah.
But until we watched it,
Screeching.
until we watched it, and I heard the
Yeah,
screen
yeah.
in cinema, I was thinking, I was looking at Aladdin to see, bro, this screen is a different screen still. You didn't like that screen either.
I told
But
I didn't. I said,
He's a young Godzilla, then, no?
what you develop that level. If anything, when you're younger, it should be more squeaky. Because you're
Nah,
younger.
nah.
No, got bass.
Maybe
got
like
bass now.
maybe it's an alpha
He ain't
challenge.
got- he ain't got
yeah,
bass,
like
he ain't
he's
got
got.
I thought like my thing is what I'm gonna look at is if I look at the destruction and the scream of the Hollywood movies and the story of this movie, put that together in my mind, I'm very
Perfect movie.
The perfect movie.
Yeah,
Mm.
like
The scream. That's
do you know what it is?
I'm sorry, my scream.
obviously the budget let it down, but come on, what can you do?
Yeah,
Like
I
there's
wasn't mad
certain
at.
scenes where I looked at it and I was like,
Yeah, but the scream you can find on
CGI
YouTube.
ain't
Yeah, the
mate.
CGI was very questionable.
Yeah.
And a lot of scenes.
Bear in mind, you can't just take it off YouTube. They've got to pay people to use that screen.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
fucking around with that.
For them, like,
CGI, I went blind to it. Like I was very blind to.
That's
I
what I
can't
did.
believe you missed the boat scene.
That's what I did to myself.
Mr. Box.
I did it
Oh,
on
please
purpose.
see if you can find the Godzilla boat scene.
The boat scene.
It looked like,
But it
like there were
was,
jelly beans on a boat being pushed. I'm not, bro.
maybe
I'm
it's because I've been seeing so much Marvel
No,
shit.
it was
recently,
right at the
man.
beginning.
Right.
It's because I've been seeing so
It
much
was
Marvel.
when they were coming home from the war. It was that scene.
Oh, I
he
don't
does
find
look like
that.
a puppet though.
Like it was early.
He looks like Master Yoda in the Phantom Menace.
What am I doing? Wait.
Sorry.
But yeah.
listeners.
No, like obviously, like you do forgive it, because you understand the budget. But
Yeah,
it did seem funny to me because you didn't need to put that scene in then. Like, just show me the people on the boat. You don't have to show me the boat on the water.
I don't
you
know,
probably
more
won't
like
be
an
able to find it.
establishing
It's
shot,
gone.
innit?
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
it's really,
Yeah, but once I saw the bad CGI, I was like, okay, this is what it is. Wow, I'm just gonna have a blind eye to it. But there was some certain stuff I was like, there's some train stuff I was like, ugh. This ain't it, but that it was just the effect, the action, the movement that was happening was sick. Just the effect itself.
I love the
did
one
slap.
take.
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm more familiar with Marvel shit and Marvel's been this tons of shit now, but like none of it was noticeably bad for me. No. Maybe it's I've scored a blind eye.
No. When I say noticeably, my take on it was just that I can tell this is.
I couldn't.
Wasn't edited.
Could you not?
To the best.
You know what it is, when it comes out on streaming illegally, I will screenshot it and I'll show it, and you will realize.
I was right there, but in the moment, for me, maybe I was invested in the action. Or my attention was elsewhere to the point where when you say it was massive bad CGI, it wasn't enough for me to actually like say I agree.
Yeah, it wasn't enough for me to complain. There's nothing for me to go.
Like you can't complain about it. It's there.
I'm just gonna watch it. I'm not gonna see it.
I wasn't really analysing the movie.
The thing is, the story made up for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did. How do you guys feel? Because when me and Ladden watched it, obviously there was a trailer for the new King Kong and King Kong versus Godzilla. Ex-Godzilla. Because they're cool now. Pardon?
Who did they find this time?
They're fighting a bigger. Yeah, he's like a bigger villain. Yeah, he's a bigger. He's apparently.
Scar King.
Yeah, he's bigger than.
Scar King.
He's bigger than Godzilla and. He's bigger than Godzilla and King Kong. He's meant to be freaking huge.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys.
Watch them run together. It's low-key funny still. Watch them just pop together.
Just write 2024 and come on.
I was gonna ask you guys what are your guys' thoughts in terms of this film compared to.
Is it racist to say that King Kong kind of looks like Caesar?
No.
Okay, firstly,
you could have aped to.
How is that racist?
Yeah, he's
maybe the fact that you asked if it's racist shows what you're under.
I mean, I am racist as well.
Whenever Aladdin says, "Is this racist?" then chances are it's probably.
Why is he pink?
Who?
I don't know why they made him pink.
Evolution.
So we're looking at King Kong, Godzilla as X Kong, the new Empire, which is a new Godzilla King Kong fusion film that's coming out next year.
Don't want to go like this.
But I'm just thinking of in terms of because you watched the trailer and you saw the trailer for the first time in the cinema and you was like, this looks freaking hard. And I was laughing, going, that's funny they played this trailer while we're about to watch the Japanese version. But what are you guys' thoughts of? Obviously, we already spoke it briefly, but in terms of you have the Western Hollywood films and you got the Japanese films. What are you guys' thoughts in terms of? We all know this film's going to be a way different approach. There may not be any story at all, but it's going to be wild action. Yeah. Can you enjoy both, or do you think there's?
I think you can.
I got the dose I need for.
Yeah, I think you can. So like, obviously, certain people can't. Like a lot of people can't.
Yeah.
But I feel like it tells you two sides to it. Do you know what I mean? Like this movie isn't about the people.
Yeah.
This is about these monsters going.
It's a disaster movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's good term. It's a disaster film.
Yeah. If this movie didn't have destruction, you'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
This is the film.
Like, look at the lineup, bro.
Like the ending shot of the trailer was
literally
Godzilla and running. Yeah. Like how they running so fast?
Yeah.
That's nuts to me.
Their physiology.
Yeah.
Now Kong makes sense.
Yeah, Kong looks like he's
Godzilla running the way he ran in that trailer.
And look, his arms are even whammer now. Before the other Godzilla.
No, but that was
That was
the thing is, so the thing about Kong,
man's got a fucking godlet on his hand, fam.
The thing about Kong goes is, so the idea is Kong is significantly smaller but more intelligent.
Yeah.
He used tools and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's why it was a worthy battle when they were fighting each other.
Yeah.
Now what they're doing is when they got together to fight Mechagodzilla, that's what they kind of used to do.
Yeah.
So I like the whole idea of them teaming up and using their skills to kind of like.
Because they have mutual respect for each other now.
It's like it's like the whole alpha kind of thing. Isn't in the Kong versus Godzilla charged up Kong's weapon?
Yeah. Because they're from the same thing.
Same.
As in they use the same energy.
Oh yeah.
That old Earth energy.
Old Earth. That's good.
That's what I'm calling it. How about that?
I was very convinced, you know.
No, because he's from old Earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like he's from the mirror dimension in our Earth.
That's strange.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but as in, that's
how
but do you know what I mean? That's where Kong's origin is. Yeah. The only reason they go at it is because historically they've been going at it, which means they have the same roots.
Yeah.
Which means Godzilla's energy is Kong's energy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm actually upset. I've never seen.
That's how big he's meant to be. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's meant to be huge.
He's meant to be massive.
He's meant to be massive. Yeah, he's meant to be big.
I haven't seen a disaster movie in cinemas before.
You haven't seen any disaster movie?
No disaster movies.
Where did you watch Godzilla?
I mean, Fast X, but that was a production disaster.
Oh, this is
Where did you watch
disaster in
Godzilla vs. Kong?
general.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think we should watch this in IMAX.
I'm watching it in
Yeah.
LMAX, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I'm watching the biggest screen I can find.
Yeah.
I'm watching
This is a typical blockbuster action film. We're just gonna get
yeah.
alright. The
Action.
directors actually said that they have sequences where it's just the monsters for like 10 minutes,
Nuts.
just going nuts, because they know that's what the fans want.
Yeah.
Just to see them go nuts. And I think what I did when I watched Godzilla Minus One, I kind of, because I've seen these type of films, I was thinking that I was gonna get that where it's just all out brutal action and whatnot. Instead, I've got action, but I've got a great story.
Yeah.
This is gonna have
No story.
no story at all.
No story at all.
But then it makes me think, love, I don't want to see no humans.
Yeah.
bruv. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
call for the humans.
allow
Call
the
for
humans.
you. Allow the humans. Allow the
Who's
humans. bruv.
characters? Who's actors in it?
Who cares?
Seriously. No, because there's just certain actors in them I would be happy
It should be a cast.
Is it
Man,
saying
bow.
she's back in this one? I didn't know she popped in back.
That's-
It is a small cast though.
It's the same cast.
It's got
Basically the same people.
yeah.
Same background.
Skarsgård was in it.
If you,
Alexander.
I don't want to see none of them alive by then. This movie, but I want to see all of them.
Why? What's wrong with you?
No,
like you've got an issue, you know that? Like you actually have a problem.
He hates people.
Population issue, man.
Oh shit, Thanos.
Huh?
Thanos.
He voted Brexit.
Oh shit.
What?
Hey, clip that.
Hey, Brexit's Brexit, man.
Clip that and put that on TikTok. I need to spread the hate.
Brexit,
Take the hate off of me, fam.
That's
Was
crazy.
it the EDL people?
Yeah.
Back me up.
Films like this, I don't really see much humans, man.
Yeah, you don't. It's not
They,
about them.
they don't do 1-2 lines. Just say.
What they're gonna
"Oh,
do?
no."
They're gonna pretend to open a machine. That
Trust. They're gonna
Like,
power up.
like-
They're gonna power up something to help
Yeah,
the
oh,
big
you
guys.
press X, Y, Z button.
Yeah. The
But they don't need
defibrillator.
that. Do you know what I mean?
You need to press the defibrillator.
So who's this one?
Yeah.
It's like
it's like two seconds
just
away.
out of reach.
Nah, but you know it always fucks me up when you see those machines that have bare buttons and you just need to press this one button.
One-
and it's like,
It's like, why is there no sequence?
Trust. That one
And
button.
you can't reach this man this much. Like, just something.
Trust.
You
It's
know
always
what?
mad
Yeah,
far
I'm
away.
gonna make a top of the range machine. Yeah, I'm gonna make it so that if it falls into the wrong hands, you could blow up a whole city, and the big red button.
Big red button. Press that button and it's out of here. But yeah, Godzilla Minus One was a great film.
It was, but not for the Hollywood crowd.
Yeah, not for that.
Yeah,
For
I
the
think-
mainstream
I
Hollywood
think the
crowd,
best
they won't
way.
like it.
I think the best way to say it. Yeah.
Quick question. Sub or dub?
So
Sub. Great, cool. I was on the fence about it. I was gonna do.
don't be on the fence
I was
because
gonna
there's
do
only
that,
one right
I was
answer.
gonna do dub, and then we went to watch it,
Look at it. Look
and
what happens.
this is what we got. This is my first experience with sub.
Where was this?
So it was in Leicester
Leicester
Square.
Square.
And that's the square.
Super screen.
No way.
That was so rude, you know.
So wait, what happened? Did you guys watch the whole movie like that?
No.
Nah,
Oh,
they
okay.
played it back.
No one fixed it. That's good. But
Okay, no, but that only happens because sometimes like I used to work in the cinema.
yeah, of course.
So sometimes, like the film reel, the way you format it, it accidentally goes to a setting that was already placed before instead of switching over. So it does happen.
Silent assassin. Was it silent assassin? Come with facts, but
Oh, we can't give that name to everyone, man.
yeah, man.
That's
So,
assassin.
my experience on sub here, I can't do the one eye down, one eye up.
It didn't.
Do you know what it is?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
you're
watch-
not intelligent. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
probably is,
Oh
but-
shit!
and
You
the eyes
said,
on horror
you know,
stuff.
you're just,
No,
you're just
my
dumb.
problem with dub, yeah,
You're just dumb.
is no, but facts, innit?
Continue.
My problem with dub is the emotion
Yeah.
that you get.
I
from
knew
the
it.
sub.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different.
No,
No,
But
it's
I
not
can't
different.
see that,
It's-
but
it's
you can look
completely-
down at the bottom.
It ruins the whole feel of it.
Yeah, it does.
When
I
guys-
can't watch something. in
Fam,
dub.
you seen? There's a scene where he's crying.
Yeah.
Imagine that dubbed.
Not dubbing.
You have to dub everything.
All of that.
You have to dub everything. You
They
can't
will
change. You
dub
can't change
that.
his
You
voice.
want to dub the Christ?
Are you
Yes,
stupid?
you can't
His
change-
accent
you
will
can't-
change.
exactly,
His voice
different
will
voice.
change. What's wrong with you?
Okay, cool. That's
So imagine I start
Wait,
start talking
he
and the
thinks-
junior starts crying. Does
Trust,
that make sense?
trust. This guy's been
Like,
mad.
idiot, fam.
Wait, so it starts with a white man,
I never
and then he
see-
starts crying in Japanese. What are you doing?
Christ in Japanese.
Christ in Japanese.
Look, my problem isn't necessarily that I like dub. It's just
It's
the
you're
sub-
too dumb to look at the subtitles.
Shut up. My problem is this, yeah. When the screen is bigger, shut
Brother.
up. When the screen is bigger,
Yeah.
you have more distance to travel.
Okay, how about this?
Bro, this is your fucking
you
old
have
man.
the same argument.
How you
as
young
John.
as but old?
That tells you what your
What did John
intelligence is
say?
at. John doesn't watch subs because he can't.
I can.
No, you
I
can't.
do all the time. My problem, like when I watch movies, all movies.
So what's the issue?
My problem is, I found it difficult to.
Don't go
You,
watch subs.
fam,
in
you're
IMAX
watching
then.
films that don't require you to have subs. You're watching just normal stuff on Netflix to have subtitles that you don't need subtitles for.
Yeah, so
But you're complaining about a film that kind
You
of
need
requires you to
subtitles.
watch subtitles, and you're saying this shouldn't have it. This should be an English voice.
I'm saying it should be English voice.
But it's better for you to have English
And then put the
voice.
subs in the middle, so I can see.
Yeah,
it.
you're being
Yeah,
mad.
you've
You're
lost
being
your
mad.
whole
Yeah,
soul.
you're being mad.
No,
How about
Yeah,
this? Don't
man.
go watch it
You're just,
on
you're
a
just
fat
being, you're
screen.
being moany. You're just
Watch
moany
on my
right now
phone.
still.
No, watch it on a normal.
You're being
cinema
cranky.
Screen, innit?
You're just cranky.
Watch it on a normal cinema screen.
I couldn't just look at the thing. I was missing stuff because I was too busy reading. I'm a slow reader as well, so I was fucking difficult.
So basically, your problem with the subs is that
I've
you
done
are dumb.
this is dumb.
So it's literally what I just said.
Yes.
I said it 5 times and you tried to ignore it.
I don't ignore it. I just accepted it. Fine.
We can't move on.
But I feel like
No,
with
I don't like dub. I really don't like dub.
Of course, horrible.
I hate dub. I've seen things dub before, and it's the mismatch of voice. It's annoying.
Yeah,
But if it means I can just see the screen as it's happening,
I think it would take away from the story.
yeah.
yeah, probably.
And I feel like with these Japanese films, like they have that in mind that okay, Americans may be watching it, so they're gonna be subbed. So the stuff they're saying is very like, or maybe it's just how they translate it, but they make it very like simple for you to take in what they're saying. It's not like
simple. That's still not
I think though you could watch this Godzilla movie without subs in Japanese and still enjoy the movie,
yeah,
and you'd understand the story.
You reckon?
yeah. I think
you
so.
would.
I think so.
There's nothing that they said that would make you not understand what they said.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear it.
everything.
Now the dialogue was not
Actually,
there
everything.
for
That's very that's like the Japanese style. It was like how the Japanese people were. They're very reactive opposed to like words in it. So
Yeah.
a lot of facial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, I keep referring to the scene when he's crying, but that was like I've seen that in so many Japanese films where they cry like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, even when he's dealing with the PTSD of like kamikaze stuff, he's like goes in room like, is this even life? Are you even real? I've seen that type of emotions in Japanese films. That's the type of style that has. So I was watching them, seeing him do this, like, oh shit, this film's touching still. It's touching on trauma and war. Because like when I got home, I started thinking about the film. I was like, Godzilla was built off of war because there was a nuclear reaction that caused it. And the fact that the main character was part of war as well, so like there's a whole element of war and trauma in this film. Like, it was beautifully done. It was a good film.
The character is a metaphor for nuclear weaponry.
Yeah.
And one thing I really liked about this movie is this is the side of Oppenheimer that I wanted to see.
Okay.
You
It's
didn't get a lot of
destruction.
No, destruction. You don't get to see much of the Japan side of the second.
Yeah.
War. And,
But I think we know why he didn't go to that approach of it.
no, it was purposeful, and I understand it, and it makes a lot of sense. But it still was part of me that was missing. So when I got to see the results of the nuclear bombings, it satisfied that little part of me that's been wanting to see that.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole other side to the story. And I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like the emotions, it maybe having seen Oppenheimer and having done all the research in the Manhattan Project and the whatever, that might have enhanced my experience. So anything World War II related, I'm probably interested in.
You know, you normally say when you watch films, you want to do research. This is the first film I watched. I was like, I would like to do more research in terms of the war because I didn't know. I always knew about the kamikaze pilots, but I didn't like process in deep.
I know what there was. I listened to.
Did you man not go to school?
No.
You did, but I was too busy doing fuckery.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was gonna say because while I was watching it, I was like, oh, I remember learning about this.
I knew about them,
I learned more after school.
but I didn't process
I know a lot about World War
how
II.
people that didn't do it, but just getting trust ideas as if they've lost all honor.
Yeah.
Kamikaze, English, the poems.
Nah.
Oh, you lot
Not
are
my
missing
class,
out.
Sorry, man.
Bro,
He's
while I was watching-
58, so I get him. But
Oh,
No,
they
58.
did-
Then I should have known, innit?
They
I
didn't.
was
They
there.
didn't. Nah. He wrote the first poem.
I'm over.
That's not a song, yes.
I got a secret to tell you guys.
You got a sign copy of the Bible, man. It's great.
Okay, that was just
Yeah,
less.
do you know who he watches? Darkest Man. Yeah, don't steal jokes and claim them as your own.
Seriously, I didn't know that.
Yeah, chill out. But yeah,
No, this. And now, like, again, after opening about really into World War II movies, it's just really like, I'm really into like looking at nuclear explosions as well. It's looking at the mushroom clouds and shit. It just looks
sick,
amazing.
innit?
Yeah.
It's so good, man. This one,
You know, like when I watch videos about nuclear explosions, it's like it's crazy. Put one anywhere near the UK, everyone's dead.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like the
radius is
blast
crazy.
radius.
The blast radius
Like,
plus the shockwave.
the
radius,
shockwave
that was
radius.
gone.
Bro,
Time.
how can a shockwave vaporize you? Make it make sense.
Yeah. Just reduce the
Those
atoms
they look amazing.
Reduce the
Visually looks
atoms
amazing.
instantly.
Crazy.
As if I'm snapped right next to you. Just bah.
He doesn't have to be next to you.
You
just like-
trust.
He could have done it. On
You'll
Mars.
I'll still disappear.
Yeah.
Same way.
Do you know what I mean?
Same bit.
Technically, the nuke's faster. This guy has very dramatic timing.
Yeah, it's fair.
You know what I mean? Like,
I was at the late thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
that being said, with the benefit of hindsight, how would you watch this again? If you was to watch it again?
If I could watch it again, I'll start with IMAX. I'll start with IMAX.
IMAX.
yeah.
Even though the visuals were kind of questionable, but I like the sound. And there were certain shots that I liked, to be fair. There were certain shots.
Where did you watch it? View.
Cinema.
Cinema.
I want to watch it in View. The bass in View is crazy.
The what?
The bass in
What,
View.
Extreme.
The sound system
Extreme
in View
system
is
is good.
nuts.
Now, Odeon has a good.
Odeon does have a good, but I feel like
There's one in View in Leicester Square, and
Yeah.
I think it's called something else. I think it's Extreme, but it's like Extreme Plus because it's got a new cinema built. That sound system's crazy.
yeah, but
Pro Max.
like I don't even want to visually like
Yeah, it
Cinema,
sounds
cinema,
fucking
innit?
sound, innit?
the sound was
Sounds
amazing.
I wouldn't watch your Picture House, man. I'm sorry, Picture House, I love you. Your seats are amazing, but your sound is eh.
Did you say picture?
No, try Finsbury Park sound.
It's okay, so
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
I
I
really-
will watch
Oh,
this.
no, not say that.
Yeah, I think I'd watch it again.
I'll
to
watch
be
it
honest.
again in just so I can get the bass, like the proper
Yeah.
bassy things.
Yeah.
I want to get the.
I probably would try to go watch it again, you know. If I see
Okay.
IMAX, I'll
So
probably go
I'll
watch it
take paying
again.
for it. Yeah. I'm there.
Giveaway coming up.
I'll take doing a take.
Yes.
I'm winning.
I'll take taking
Two for
out.
two.
Oh shit. It's rigged. It's absolutely rigged.